What's up everyone, I'm Dimebot. Today we're going to be taking a look at Kerbal Space Program 2, which has just launched into early access a couple days ago. Now I've spent a couple hours with the game. I spent some time with Kerbal Space Program 1, even though I'm terrible at it. So we're going to answer a few questions today. What is Kerbal Space Program 2? What's here right now? What's coming? And is it worth it right now? I'm going to get the last question out of the way first in case you don't feel like listening to the rest of this video. I'd appreciate it if you did, but the game's $50. Is it worth it right now? No. This is an early access title. Basically, the sandbox mode is here right now. That's it. If you're expecting the full KSP1 experience that you've come to know and love, it's not here. You can launch a ship into orbit, you can land on the moon, you can explore the Kerbal or space system. But that's it. Science gathering, tech tree progression, none of that's here. That being said, if you're still with me, let's talk about what is here. So we're going to click into the single player. I've got my stream campaign here that we're going to load up. Now, one thing that KSP2 does have, and something that I greatly appreciate, is some tutorials. They have an improved user onboarding experience. They have fully animated, fully voiced tutorials. They will help you make sense of how the game works, its systems. They're a whole lot better than what was in KSP, which is to say nothing. So we do actually have tutorials. And you can see I do have a ship in orbit here. Let's go ahead and actually hit the menu here. And we'll head to the training center and I'll let you guys take a look. So you have tutorials, how do rockets work, launch a test rocket, simple rocket construction, the camera controls in the VAB, staging, etc., etc. You have tutorials on how to get into orbit. You have tutorials on how orbit works, manipulating the electric charge for your ships. You have orbital transfers. What you'll notice if you're a KSP1 player or have a passing interest in the game, there's nothing about landing on the Mun or any of the other planets. That is left for you to kind of work out. Now, of course, you don't need tutorials for that. It might have been nice for some people, but these videos are quite well done. I'm going to go ahead and just play one for you real quick, and we will take a look. I will say, as we are sitting here, load times could use a little bit of help.
Space is the place. So you want to get to space. Have you tried rockets? Rockets use fuel and engines to create thrust, which propels them forward. When a fuel tank is empty, it is dropped to stay as lightweight as possible, allowing the rocket to go even faster. These tanks, as well as other expendable parts of a rocket, are called stages. Different stages do different things. Often the first stage is very powerful, with just enough fuel to get the vehicle through the atmosphere. The second stage usually has a low-thrust engine that, while not as powerful, is...
We'll close that out. There we go. In tutorial. So, that's an example of the tutorials there. All just a couple minute long animated videos. They are, as I said, they're well done. They have a good sense of humor throughout them, good writing. So that's the tutorials. What else is here? Well, the vehicle assembly bay is here. And this is obviously where you put together your rockets. Now, it does perform a little bit better than the VAB in KSP1. You can save and load rockets and different designs. You can see some that are in here that came with the game. Some stuff that I've put together doesn't really work that well. But they also have included the option to merge in various things. So, for example, there's a space station module here. If I wanted to bring it into my current build, I could just hit merge. And there it is. So this is a nice little quality of life improvement. Now, we can move it around. If I had a cargo bay on this vessel, we could put it there. I can also throw it away. You'll notice that parts are now organized, and I will dig into some of this in some later videos. This is just an overview for anybody curious about the game. You have the Space Center itself, and you can see it. You have your full-time warp controls available. Can speed up and drop back to normal. You'll notice that dropped my time warp because of my vehicle in space. The orbit's not entirely stable. Here's a tracking station. You can see I've got some stuff in orbit. we can focus in on this particular vehicle right here. You can see right there, we're over the planet. So all of this is fully integrated. See the moon out there, and of course your map view. So if I wanted to try and set up a maneuver to get to the moon or various other things, yes, it all works, it all is in here. But at this point, you have seen the extent of what you can do in Kerbal Space Program 2. Yes, you can build rovers and drive them around at the Space Center. If you can get them to another planet, you can land them and drive them around. You can make planes, you can do all kinds of things. But there is no actual progression right now. This is just a sandbox mode. So, as I said at the top of the video, that is it. Do I believe this is worthy of a $50 purchase? No, there's really not a ton here unless you really enjoy launching your own rockets, building space stations, and really having nothing to do but set your own personal goals, because there is no actual progression system in the game as of yet. There is a roadmap. Next up should be science gathering and tech tree progression, then colonies, orbital vehicle construction, then new star systems, interstellar scale parts, then a new star system again, resource gathering, and then more launch locations and explore with friends, which is the multiplayer component, which is what a lot of people are excited about. So, if you want to try Kerbal Space Program 2, take it with a grain of salt. This is a true early access game. I think that maybe there is something to be said about the larger early access debate here. I don't want to get into it in this video, but you are not getting anywhere near a complete package. You are getting a functional sandbox, and do not expect anything more out of that. That being said, I will do some more Kerbal videos if you guys have specific things you want to know about. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe, it helps the channel out. And if you're here to the end, well, watch time is key on YouTube, so that really helps. Thank you very much. My name is Dinebot, and I'll see you guys next time.